like that, did you?
None of the sounds made. Surprising. Want a cookie? Area remains secure.
It's back! Flash pound! Rapid guard poke!
Somebody's wearing their big boy pants today. Or big girl pants. I don't judge.
Oh shit. Fallout. Fallout 4 is a game that can be played in many different ways. However, one thing that remains certain is that perks are a primary part of anyone's playthrough. So today I'm asking the question, can you beat Fallout 4 as a level 1 character? Now, the rules for this run are quite simple. I cannot use any perks from leveling up, no companions are allowed as they will make the game far too easy, and I cannot use settlement building to level myself up. So with those very simple rules out of the way, let's get into it. So first things first, I got to go on to character creation and meet the absolute hunk, Bacon. What a beautiful man. This is what his special looks like, and this was already my first mistake of the run. As I can't level up, intelligence is an absolutely worthless stat. But anyway, I hide from a robot that's invading my house, and then my wife decides to spy on me playing with my son. I go to the living room, see that the news is on, and then I decide to go for a quick jog. I try to help one of my neighbours with their suitcases, cause, you know, always nice to help someone going on holiday. Go up to the gate where the army is, and then follow the yellow thumbtack back down to Sanctuary and get an early nuke. After respawning, I decide to run back up to the vault and get a nice view of the nuke. So nice of them to wait until I get up there. We get down to the vault, I leave my son crying, and I go to sleep in a pod. I wake up still drunk from the vault party last night, officially divorce my wife, go kill some bugs, and readjust my special. I then make my way down to Sanctuary, kill a few more bugs, and then make the second mistake of the run, changing the difficulty to very hard. This is about how it went. Needless to say, this run was a doozy. Regardless, I make my way over to Concord, fight off a few raiders and help out the Minutemen. They get me to jump into some power armor, go fight off the remaining raiders, and then a Deathclaw pops out. So I cut it down like cheese, go flirt with an old lady, take out a couple of drug dealers, and make my way down to the Cambridge police station. This time I can actually help Buzz Lightyear fight off the ghouls, go inside the police station, steal anything that I can, and then run off to Diamond City. Here, I begin to procure some more supplies, go do some Breaking Bad shit, procure even more supplies from Henry Cook's house, and then do some trading. After this, I go and fight a swan. Once more, it doesn't go well. Jump into the subway tunnels, and proceed to get my shit absolutely rocked. Eventually, we managed to make our way to the Robot Man, we work our way back outside, and it was time for a quick interview. After he found out I wouldn't be a good fit for a detective, Nick and I decided to go and get a key for Cornflakes' house, so I went into Geneva's desk and took it. After that, I made a dog snort tobacco, we went on a run, and I spent far too long fighting a bear. I mean it, I spent far too long with this thing. Eventually, we land at Fort Hagen, and I get utterly destroyed by the synths. No matter what direction I went, it was just pain. So I had only one choice. Run past them and pray to God that I can make it to the Fat Man to take out Kellogg. Even with that, it was still a struggle of a fight because a lot of the synths had survived, so there was still quite a bit of combat to be done. I then jump outside, see a blimp, and decide that now is a good idea to go and talk with Nick again. We go invade a dead man's brain, and then I go and find the hidden virgin. On my way up to the virgin, I met some children of Atom, and they met some rad scorpions. It was not a good time for them. At all. He sends me to Green Tech, I fight off some gunners, fight off a Corsa, and then run off to a church. I meet the train pals, we go down into their games workshop, play some Warhammer. I ended up touching some icy pancakes, they didn't taste very good. And then we get into the boneyard. While in there we hand in the prototype to Carrington, and we get sent off on a new mission. We get to play with a new toy. Of course, before we do that we have to jump into a church and take out its occupants. Throughout the night we have to fight off raiders, super mutants and the likes, just so that way we can take him to his new home, Ticonderoga. When I get back to the boneyard, I'm given the joyous task of finding a new place to call Outpost Mercer, figuring out what the hell happened to Augusta Safe House, and placing a Mila device on top of Backstreet Apparel. So first things first, I get Mercer Outpost set up, and then I run off, place Tom's lunchbox on top of a building, and jump straight into Augusta Safe House. I see many living people, they're not alive anymore, and then I go turn in the quest, give them the plans to make the new teleporter, and I get zapped away to the Institute. Before I could do that, however, it told me that I needed to go to a telecom site to find a sensor module. A telecom site. So why did it send me to Hubris Comics? That baffles me. Anyway, putting our confusion aside for just a moment, it's spy time. You know what that means? We gotta do the Institute quest line. So we make our way over to Libertalia and do the usual, fight our way through some raiders and go all the way up to find Gabriel. We take Gabriel back to the Institute, I sell my left kidney and a part of my liver to be able to get myself some more armour, and then it's Bunker Hill time. I make efforts to ensure that the Railroad are aware of the impending Institute attack, and then I do what I can to sway the battle in the Railroad's favour. I let the Brotherhood kill most of the synths and knock down the Corsa that I'm sent with, and I also make sure to put an end to the Corsa. Meanwhile, I'm also sent out to do Patriot's mission and force my way into Cambridge Polymer Labs to get an access code so that he can help synths get up to the teleporter that want to escape. With a resounding success for the Railroad, I go up to meet Sean at the top of the CIT ruins, tell him that everything he stands for is a joke, and then he proceeds to tell everyone that he wants me to be his successor. What a genius idea that is. Anyway, we move on to starting up phase 3 for the Institute, and we're sent all the way out to mass fusion. We become an immediate enemy of the Brotherhood of Steel, and this is where the third mistake of a run was made. I had a perfectly good suit of power armor just laying around just outside of Concord, but I never repaired it, and I never repaired any of the extra power armor that I got from the dead Brotherhood. Anyway, I get cut to pieces 1,000,001 ways, and we eventually make our way out with a beryllium agitator. We start up the Institute's reactor. I'm told to make a speech, so I make the most threatening speech that I can, and then it happens. Z1 wants us to make a move, so we take out the synths that are guarding the workers underneath one of the wings of the Institute. They're going to use these spare parts to craft their own crude weapons. But I'm also told to go back to the Railroad. Something bad has happened. The Brotherhood of Steel have breached the rear entrance to Railroad HQ, as well as the front entrance. They're going in for a pincer attack. Luckily for me, I'd finally picked up my old power armor. Using that and the Shredder minigun, I was able to cut through the Brotherhood like it was nothing. They were an absolute joke. So after that, it was time to take the fight to them. I wipe every last worthless soul from the police station, take out a vertibird carrying more and more of their troops, and I get to go on a proper undercover mission. I have to walk through the entire Prydwen without being spotted by the scribes and by the officers patrolling the decks of the ship. I need to place some bombs on the hydrogen tanks, keeping the Prydwen afloat so that we can set it off in one giant blaze of glory. After the bombs are planted, I run back outside, board the vertibird that we've stolen, and we get to watch the Prydwen go down in style, flying around with Tinker Tom's absolutely worthless skill with a vertibird. Ad Victoriam. After this, however, Desdemona decides that it's time to finally take the fight to the Institute. That's right, we're hitting the end game now. So Z1 is now working up near the teleporter site and asks for me to go and see him. I go up there, help him to take out all of his synths and workers that are patrolling the area, and we get to teleport in Desdemona, Tinker Tom, and a couple more railroad agents. We fight our way through the abandoned blocks of the Institute, cutting down synths as we go, and find ourselves finally in the main concourse of the Institute. Destroying absolutely everything with reckless abandon, Tinker Tom manages to open the door to the director's office, where I spare Sean none of my time, go sound the evacuation alarm, and we get to work our way up to the reactor. Inside the reactor we're met with heavy resistance, and I eat a couple too many missiles. But eventually we manage to plant the fusion pulse charge onto the reactor, get teleported away, and finally get to watch the Institute burn. Proving that yes, you can, kinda, beat Fallout 4 as a level 1 character. And just so that I can give you proof, here is the perk chart at the end of a run. I didn't get a single perk, and my god, was this painful.
Was actually inside the Institute.
So here we are once again. Thank you very much all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button, as it does help out a lot. Now, as is usual for this, I do stream over on Twitch, and I will be leaving my Twitch link in the description below, alongside links where you can also support myself in other social media ventures and be able to donate to me. Be sure to tune in every Wednesday, as from now on we're going to be making that a challenge run every week. That's right, challenge runs are going to be a permanent fixture on my channel, and I hope each and every single one of you stick around to watch more and more of them. That's all I've got for now, but keep those bells a-ringing, because we'll be back soon with another challenge run. Thank you once more, and good night.